Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome to the Never Knows Best Another Summer 1 year anniversary stream. As for what you're looking at on screen, we've got the album artwork on the right here. That's kind of going through the booklet. Basically, back in the day, you could actually buy a CD and there was a booklet in it. We decided to make one anyway, so that's what you're seeing there. And then in the top right, there are some really cool.
Really cool.
Well, there we go. That's fucking hard,
yeah.
yeah. So there's some really cool doodles, you know. One of them, which we just saw, is from Nathan, but the rest are from our friend Luke, who will be making a guest appearance later in the stream. And speaking of guest appearances, there is a celebrity guest appearance later tonight. I'm not fucking with you.
I didn't think he'd come through. He came through.
I know, and I'm not fucking with you. There's going to be a celebrity guest appearance. And in fact, the fact that I didn't put that in the title is mental. I should have done that. Who? Oh, you'll wait and see. Trust me. It's going to be
we have to keep
mental.
it on the line. No, it's insane.
It's going to be mental.
Yeah. No, it's very exciting. But
So
we're not here for the celebrity. We're here for us. We're here for NKB.
yeah, exactly. We're here for NKB. Okay, I kind of probably rambled on for a bit too long on the intro there, but to be fair, I can edit it down, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll move on to talking about this album we made another summer. Nathan, me, our friend Kevin had some early touches on the album in terms of listening to the demos, maybe coming over and adding some effects of his own. And of course, Lucas, aka Skeets, taking them to the next level. You know, you could think of it as I gave him the ingredients and he cooked something up amazing out of it.
Oh, for sure. Since we were kids, we wanted to play pop punk music and release pop punk music and write pop punk music. It's like all we ever did since we listened to Dude Ranch together on a Cub Scout trip.
We were on this crazy trip and in the tent, and I had brought the smallest little CD player you can think of and a pair of headphones, and we blasted Dude Ranch at full volume, like multiple times through from beginning to end, holding up one side of the fucking headset to our ears. Like, that's how influential that was in that moment. I still remember that, like, being... It wasn't the first album that blew my mind, but it was early on in albums where I was like, holy crap, I think I want to make music. I think this is something I could be good at, and just felt so influenced by something, like felt the desire to want to do that myself. And that doesn't come often in life, and just feeling that in that moment. That album was, that night even, just listening to it over and over again. Yeah, it made me want to take guitar lessons.
So we started taking guitar lessons. We formed and reformed and broke up and a bunch of different bands together.
In fact, I think we have a picture right now of a live. I know, and the picture's a bit grainy. Don't get me wrong, but guess what?
It was a DIY show.
It's about as rare as that Bigfoot video, so that's why it looks like that. So anyway, here we are. That is us. So that's Nathan there singing, and that is me just playing guitar, playing the riff. For What's My Age Again wrong. And then Nathan singing. We did play multiple shows together, including this show at Club Second Floor.
Hell yeah, Club Second Floor. What can you say about the Club Second Floor show?
There was at least 5 people there. It was epic.
The stacked chairs really add to it was a real hardcore atmosphere.
So anyway, that was us at Club Second Floor. So and we did multiple shows there. In fact, as a DJ, I played there a lot with my friend Kevin, who I mentioned helped us with the album early on. Yeah, we're gonna be taking questions. We're gonna be going in and out of doing questions all night.
This question comes from our Instagram Q&A. It's from James I. What nip is best? Respond quickly.
Left. Yours as well?
Well, there's your answer.
Great early questions. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget, we're writing down any questions you ask in chat. We're going to be writing down to answer later. So if you want to ask real questions...
What? Were you lying? The left nip's not best. Do you have actual announcements to get to?
Yeah, let's talk about the show because, this is huge. This is going to be our first show. It's called Found in the Underground, specifically Found in the Underground 5. It's October 22nd at the Tangent Gallery. We're going on at 8. So it sounds like there's going to be quite a few acts, and let me get to that because this shit sounds epic. 3 stages, all women DJs. The second is going to be underground rappers from Detroit, and the third is going to be underground rock bands from Detroit. So that's the stage, we're playing on. Speaking of NKB merch, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed this sick shirt I'm wearing, right?
While he edits this, let me tell you about the cassette. It's a USB, but what comes on it, and you can delete it if you want, but what comes on it is our album. There's a lossless version, there's an MP3 version, there's high resolution artwork,
there you are.
There's bonus artwork, there's lyrics and text files, .txt files, and there's also a couple more surprises, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that when you open that up. You
don't
want to open... You know how good that felt? At the end of the day, again, there's a lot of cool stuff on there. We're just trying to make it worth it for people who
there we go. It's
have supported
chat.
us.
Looks like it's in the chat now.
Moving on, yeah.
Then, the next big thing, let's actually hear from someone besides us. Let's hear from Lucas.
True, alright.
Because he had the most first-hand work on the album aside from us, too, so let's hear.
Alright, here we go.
Hey, everybody. My name's Lucas, and I produced, engineered, mixed, mastered, maybe even played a little guitar here and there on the NKB record. And despite doing all that, I still have a normal job, which I am on my way to right now. I just wanted to say happy birthday to the album. The record still sounds great. Maybe even better than when we finished it. So, no regrets there. I just got off on the wrong exit, which is probably going to make me late. So, thanks for that, guys. Love ya. Bye.
So Lucas was, a producer on the album, an engineer on the album. He mixed 6 of the tracks on the album, and co-wrote one of them and mastered the whole album. Honestly, it's really his genius that's behind the album. The only mistake you've made, in my opinion, Lucas, is that video you just sent us wasn't as well mixed audio-wise as the rest of the tracks on the album.
Could have used it each.
It's just having someone who knows what they're doing come in and give it that final polish. And
that was going to segue to the next Q&A segment. And there's a question from PWR Savage. What song on your first album do you have the most fun making?
I really enjoyed working on E Pluribus Unum because for some reason, even though this is a joke, really, but for how complex some of the song layouts were on the album, and E Plur is actually quite simple compared to most other pop songs. It took me ages to think of it all in my head and what would come in where and that. So I remember so many times sitting in the shower and the song was coming together in my head slowly over multiple days. And that was just a really fun experience, having a song that I knew what it was going to sound like, if that makes sense. I knew what the riff was. I knew all of it. And when it came together, it was actually really simple. But that's what that track needed. And I was maybe trying to do too much with it. But no, the most fun track easily was Saitama City. Because it felt like we never stopped adding something good to it. If that makes sense. It started as this sort of demo of just guitar and vocals and drums and bass, right? There was no auto-tuned vocal riff, no synth. Even some of the riffs weren't written yet that you or I both wrote for the track. And it all just kind of came together one piece at a time. I think first I added the auto-tuned riff, and then it kind of opened our eyes a bit to the track. It felt even when it felt like the track... This is the funniest part. It felt like we could have gone as far as we went with that track, and then we sent it to Lucas, and he added a fucking synth line over the auto-tuned vocal that wasn't in the track yet. So, it wasn't just we were going deeper. We sent it to him, and he fucking added that to it.
He's right. That was the most fun song to work on. It was the most fun to write. The original demo, I remember I showed Alex 4 demos that day, and he immediately asked about that one. The way it developed was always incredible, and I love the way it turned out. That's easily the answer. To give an answer different than that song, Saitama, I would say Intersections, because it's the first one. that demo that Alex sent
That's
me was
true,
was very evocative. What do I write where? And that's how it turned out. Basically, it's not a first draft, but it's basically
that song doesn't really have a formula, so to speak. That's that easy to follow.
No,
so it's kind of like you just went for it and it worked out, which is good.
And it did work out. And you had like no notes and just pushed it.
So anyway, yeah, this is a message from Luke.
Hey, Luke.
Here we go.
Lil Turo.
NKB, what is good? It's Luke here. Did some artwork for him about a year ago. Happy to be a part of it because, you know, NKB's got some slappers out there. And, you know, I happen to love On My Way Home by them. And if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it. But if you're here, I'm going to guess you'll listen to it. Anyways, if you want to see more of my artwork, go to LukeSauceDoodles41 on Instagram. Or you can go to Lil_Turo. Anyways, happy to be part of all this. Have fun streaming. See you later. Peace.
All right, so thanks again to Luke. Check out his doodles. Check Luke's.
Sorry, this way.
Okay.
All of these are his doodles. See where the fingers are pointing? Mm-hmm. Exactly. All of those are Luke's doodles. So
yeah, he's a great skater. He's actually a cool musician too. He's just a cool guy.
If you couldn't tell he was cool from that little cameo vid right there, then I think you're a fucking prick. Plain and simple.
We only paid him like $90 for that.
When we said celeb guest appearances, we meant multiple, by the way.
Yeah.
But there is a mega, and I want to say this again.
Because, like, Ecstasy, you're probably already freaking out about Ecstasy.
Exactly.
And you're probably already freaking out, like, probably gone to his Instagram and seen how cool it is. But, like, this celebrity that we got, that Alex got, I have to give him.
And don't forget, even Lucas appeared. Like, it's like when Ash sees Ho-Oh in the first episode of Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. It's
crazy.
It's
that is how insane that is. So, which, by the way, is one of the sickest bits of foreshadowing in history. But and on top of that, we're gonna play a new song.
Oh, is that the first time you said that?
I think so. I know. Chills run down everybody's spines.
Thanks.
But don't forget, the USB cassette has secret pics.
Secret pics. They're not new.
Secret pics.
They're not inappropriate.
Don't worry, you're not going to plug that in and the SWAT team's going to descend on your windows immediately. It's all safe, consensual pics.
As hard as I tried, Alex would not put a nude. We get to a Q&A?
Yeah, alright, moving on.
Yeah, these are from the chat. Thank you for all the questions. Do you have tips to form a band? Tips to form a band. Well, this is an intriguing question because, you know, Nathan and I aren't just two dudes that, like, randomly met and were like, oh, you like pop punk? Oh, you like electronic music? Yeah, me too. Like, you know, we started taking guitar lessons together when we were 9. So, we do have that chemistry. However, I have formed music groups with other people out of nowhere. The key, and the reason I'm bringing up this Jack thing is we were all really into it, and like we'd meet up all the time. We were always working on the tunes, writing new bits, listening to the songs when we weren't working on them, and coming up with new ideas for them, getting excited. It's all about working with people who are excited, who want to be part of it, who want to make music. I mean, that's the most important thing. Like, we've had, like, dream drummers we wanted to work with us, for example, that haven't wanted to be a part of it. Well, I'd rather work with someone who had less skill, but wanted to be involved and was obsessed with NKB and who want to work together. It is a team product if you're working together, right? Yeah.
So
the thing I would add to that is just actually make music. These days, like, it's way easy to put music on the internet and just Google, like, how to get good at making music. Not all the advice is good, but you trust your ear a little bit and actually make some music and like just write songs on your own, write songs with your friends, play shows, put music out.
They're building blocks to get to the level we're at now.
Think about the first song Alex ever wrote. What was it called?
Loseritis.
No, before that.
Oh no.
What was it called?
Nathan Has a Willy.
What was that song about? We all gotta start somewhere. Use it as a building block.
And by the way, we left the lyrics to that on the table in 3rd grade, and our teacher found it, and our parents were talked to. Welcome to America. But yeah.
So there's a question from the chat. Do you have any production tips for a struggling guitar player in a battle with many different chip companies?
Specifically regarding that question.
Oh, the chips, yeah.
Pringles all day. Are you kidding me? Ruffles. Ugh.
I mean, do you prefer...
You need to call up Pringles and you need to repair that relationship now.
But
I'm sorry, now.
What's the story behind the name?
Oh right, Never Knows Best. I'll let you tell this one.
When I remember we were into FLCL because it was on, and we were watching it, at my apartment, and we were already working on music, but we hadn't really talked about it as like a band or anything, and I just asked Alex if he wanted to call it Never Best because that features in FLCL.
One of the characters is smoking a cigarette, and on the cigarette it says Never Knows Best.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You know, why is it all one word? Because there's 4 other Never Knows Bests
Yeah,
that have
it's
the
not-
name separated with a space. So why wouldn't we choose one that's unique, at least unique? We haven't even reached the fucking peak of the stream, okay?
That's true.
We haven't seen the insane celebrity guest appearance, which, by the way, is going to blow your socks off if you're wearing any. And
Yeah, we gotta keep. I can't stress enough this celebrity guest appearance. Like, it's unreal. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and on top of that,
First, our friend Matt. I first met Matt. Fucking when I was like, sorry to swear, I was like 10 years old or 11 years old, and he had an MXPX sticker on his bike helmet, so I knew he was cool. Alex got into him with the electronic music. More about you actually probably know him better than I do.
Matt and I ran into each other, and you know, we started producing music together. Like, he's honestly a songwriting genius, and it's really cool because I'm not about to share an electronic track with you. It's actually a pop punk song.
Oh yeah, like I said, that MXPX sticker on his helmet, that wasn't just for show. He listened.
Something that drew me to Matt was we had very similar influences. Sum 41, Blink 182. He loved the same music. So it made sense for us to make electronic music together. Before we play the track, we do have a video from Ecstasy himself.
That's true, I forgot.
And this isn't even the celeb
this
guest
is not
appearance.
the advertised celebrity guest appearance, even though it technically is a celebrity guest appearance from Ecstasy.
It is!
Yo, what's up, everybody? Ecstasy here. Just wanted to quickly give a shout out to my boys Nathan and Alex. Congrats, fellas, on the year anniversary of the NKB album. You guys made a great album, and it's impressive that you guys even finished an album because I can barely finish a song most of the time, so that's a feat in and of itself, let alone it being good. So nice job, guys. Real quick, Alex said he's going to play a new track of mine that came out yesterday called Two-Face. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and peace.
Yeah, so that was Two-Face by Ecstasy, sick new track by our friend.
Guest appearance.
At this point, the celebrity guest appearance is absolutely fucking massive, so I want to hold that off to talk specifically about some of the tracks on this album. Now, before I do that,
okay.
I want to get some water.
Since he's gone, what's his deepest, darkest secrets? That's a better question. What's his deepest, darkest secrets? Ask him about Hillary Duff. Ask him about... Oh, he's back. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about some of the specific tracks on the album.
Sounds like you want to talk about some tracks. Is there a track you have in mind?
Well, I thought we'd start at the beginning and talk about Coco, but
He does ramble, which is why I want to just say quickly, he told me we were only going to stream for an hour, and it's been about an hour.
yeah, we had to reveal these sick cassettes,
That's
which
insane.
ship all over the world. Hint,
All
hint.
over the world, yeah. You can order from anywhere.
Bang!
Like,
It counts as a chart sale for our band.
we're coming.
You're helping us.
We're coming for Drake. We're coming for Taylor Swift.
We're coming for T-shirts.
BTS is shaking. Thank you to Betai. This is when we strike because Suga's in the military, because Jin is in the military. BTS is at a vulnerable point. Shit.
Okay, let's start from the beginning of the track list, alright? Coco. Coco is the opening track. And guess what? We wrote it to be the opening track on the album. This was one we wrote together. Nathan came over. We had nothing. And we even, I think this is one of the coolest parts of the track. I went into my closet with my own notebook. Nathan stayed out in the room with his notebook. And we both listened to the instrumental, and we wrote without telling each other what we was going to write about. At all.
You know, the outro, Alex went so fucking hard on that outro. And Lucas. Like, that outro makes that song. It's a cool pop punk song, and then I think Alex and Lucas really stepped up and made something else.
I make what I want to hear.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I make exactly what I wish was out there, but isn't. Very soon, when we're done talking about these tracks, a brand new track reveal, and I can't believe I'm saying this, a massive celebrity guest appearance.
TMZ is shaking. TMZ is outside the doors. They're bursting down the gates. Anyway, Complex History. Alex showed me. He had most of it written, actually. Not lyrically, but like... And it was very ska, and we like ska. We're ska guys. And it was super sick, so we wrote some lyrics to it. And
I don't know what much to say about it really, other than this was a song where I felt really confident after this, like finishing this song, that the album was going to be amazing.
Track 3, NKB Radio.
NKB Radio. So this is kind of like the joke song of the album, like the skit song. So a lot of pop punk track or albums have a joke song or two. We went for one. Now NKB Radio, we did something very interesting with, which was we included a bunch of B-sides and unreleased tracks on NKB Radio. All those little song clips that you hear on there are songs that didn't make the album, or there's old songs that we worked on like years ago together. Yeah. So a bit of a mix in there. Come at me. It's next level. Anyway, 4th track, E Pluribus Unum. So I did talk about this earlier. This was kind of just an angry punk track, wasn't it? Like, we were mad.
I mean, obviously there's a lot going on all the time. I'm not going to say it's the most sophisticated song ever written.
No.
But you know, it's that kind of pop punk. On My Way Home. What a song.
On My Way Home. So that was kind of a generic hook. Let's be real, you know.
No, simple hooks are the most amazing. Simple hooks are the greatest. On My Way Home was sick because Alex used evidently so rhythm. That word is such a cool word to use in a lyric, and he used it like evidently, like every word had melody to it. It was sick. I love that song. What's the next track?
Apologize.
Wow, that was the hardest one for Alex to write.
Basically, how that song started was I went to see Alice Gas open for 100 Gex, and I loved 100 Gex set though. It was incredible. It was just mind-blowingly good, okay? So I listened to their album the whole way home, and when I got home I started writing Apologize immediately. And that's like the result of that. You know what I'm saying?
Next is Intersect. No, Saitama.
No,
Saitama's next. Oh,
I just want to say Nathan wrote all the lyrics and then said like, I think you should sing these bits. That's just kind of how we work as artists, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the trust that he has in me to sing something he wrote, and that's the trust I have in him to write such an epic song and come to me and be like, do this part. If someone donates $50 right now to my PayPal, we'll kiss.
What's our split of that?
40 for me, 10 for you.
No.
So next song is our Intersections. I'll let you go on that one.
Yeah, that was the first song we worked on, Alex. You know, the shout out I want to give to that song is the inspiration came from this Wong Kar-wai film called In the Of. I don't know if anyone in the chat or watching has ever heard of that film. It's pretty incredible. Alex sent me that beat, and I was like thinking about what to write about, and I was like trying to see what the song made me feel. And I saw my Blu-ray spine for that, and I was like, it's based it comes from someplace real too. But
all right, next track. It was
It's probably too late to mention this, but it sucks.
Track 9.
Hey, we got the track listing.
Boom, there it is.
Ass title. We rehearsed that song and played it, and it was the first time an NKB song had ever been. Mm-hmm. So shout out to 69 Beef Curtains, Nate. Thanks for drumming for us.
I liked working on that song because it's the most traditional punk song on the album, and in an album where I was just fucking shit up for no reason other than to have a laugh and make some crazy sounding new music. That we kind of let that one breathe, didn't we? And just be a pop punk songs. Next track, Summer's End.
That's the end of the album.
Yep, that's the final track. So Summer's End. This was an instrumental. This was based off an instrumental that I made in 2017.
Thank you.
It didn't have the guitars in it yet. It was kind of more of like a hip hop, EDM beat. And then what I ended up doing is stripping out a lot of those elements and replacing them with like chugging pop punk guitars. I just knew it was the right instrumental to be the final track of the album, and that's kind of what made me go back in and redesign it, and like make it an NKB song, because it was pretty far from that at the beginning. It was really far from that.
All I'll say about Summer's End is I suggested lyric, someone is pissing off the roof, there's a fight over coke in the bathroom, Alex said. It's an amazing song, he made the right choice, but if you like that lyric, he's the Should we get to our new song?
So yeah, like purposely left the real ending off of that and that. So you're gonna have to wait till it comes out to actually hear like
10.5 out of 10. We got someone saying they're fucking hard as our cock right now. That'd be sick if it was. Have we teased the celebrity guest appearance long enough? What time is it? Is it
I think
9:30?
it's time. Oh my god!
It's not Doja Cat. I wish it was Doja Cat, but you're not gonna be disappointed. It's not Doja Cat.
All right, here we go. Here it is.
Are you fucking ready? A celebrity NKB fan. Let's go.
Hey guys, how's it going? Someone called Never Knows Best, which I think is some kind of music band or something. They've asked me to do a little video because they're celebrating the anniversary of their album Another Summer. Now I know what you're thinking. Who are Never Knows Best? And what's Another Summer? Surely you know who they are. I don't. I haven't got a clue. If you really do have nothing to do, go and check it out. It might be good, but considering that, you know, we've never heard of them, it's probably quite bad. But I'm sure you can stream it or something like that. And best of luck to Never Knows Best.
Thank you. Can you guys believe? Can you guys believe that we got, what's his name? Sorry. It was fucking incredible. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine that someone like that being on this show?
Growing up, watching In-Betweeners, and you get to see one of the funniest people you've ever seen say no one's ever heard of your band. He's not wrong.
All right, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in, sincerely.
It was a lot of fun, and like I said, I'm gonna edit this down into a YouTube video and put it on YouTube.
Buy that USB.
But don't forget to buy the cassette.
Buy
There's
that
the link.
USB.
Only 25
There's
in
a new,
existence.
there's a new merch design on our TeePublic. Go there.
I'll
We're
put
gonna
that as
probably,
well.
we'll probably move on from TeePublic at some point. Hopefully, get some legit, really super cool merch soon. But like TeePublic is fine for now.
Oh my god.
Get the USB. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Lucas. Thank you to Luke. Thank you to Ecstasy, Matt. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and listens. I appreciate it.
Only 25.
Yeah.